Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir.
Q, aka Media Pimp. GRYSKLL is the crew. Bobby Fisher on the beat. Serve him up Saturday, let's go. I was almost a day late, but I had $1 to spare, so I figured I'd blush your ears and sync with the kick and snare, or maybe play with the rhythm to challenge the status quo. But I'm choosing to keep it simple with a chat with the average Joe. If you think that's my ego speaking, revisit how you perceive it. It's more than how it's delivered, it's also how you receive it. I'm glad that it rents, so I'm about to move from the soapbox. Like I'm always on it, as long as I breathe, that won't stop. As long as it's people pushing agendas against my interests, like claiming Elon's a genius while Donald's stuck in a sentence, or I'm still having to battle with blackness being a problem while y'all voting for the dummy pretending somebody shot him. If it's unclear, I don't rock with the right, but I'm an independent thinker without a dog in the fight, and I'll be damned if I'ma sit back and risk the loss of my rights. So I'm left with the choice that's making racists unite, so basically nothing's changed. So yeah, those last few lines. If it's unclear, I don't rock with the right, plus I was supposed to say plus I'm an independent thinker without a dog in the fight, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit back and risk the loss of my rights. And I cut it off, I stopped too soon. It's supposed to be, so I'm left with the choice that's making racists unite. So it's a play on how I am moving, because I am, like she said, against 2025, etc., 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 etc. Like there's no way I am going to support in any form or fashion this dude winning again, because I know what's coming. Granted, I'm in Maryland, so it doesn't matter if I vote, but for me, it's a PSA to inspire others to.
Well, I'm glad you said that. I'm sorry if I'm cutting in on anybody, but I've been like talking to Yanni's mother, and I had a conversation with her a few weeks ago, and I was just like I'm not really a super political dude, and I don't speak a lot about politics and stuff, but I am like y'all in the same stance. Like this feels tragic to me. But I'm also somebody who I don't know for sure that the system works. But I'm gonna vote anyway. Like even though I don't know for sure that when I go to this poll and I vote, whether that's gonna mean something. I guess I'm saying all that to say I know a whole bunch of people feel like I don't know if my vote counts, or I don't believe that shit really works anyway, so they won't vote. What would y'all to say somebody who doesn't believe that the system works, or that it's worth voting?
Get in line.
To me, like to me is really, again, like not voting is a vote. Right? And again, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't really care as much, right? And again, I'm still not out on Facebook every day doing these, listen, people, it's, but to not, for me personally, for me who I believe I am, for me who I want to believe I am in my contributions to this place, I cannot not do my part. To me, it's that simple, right? So, and again, you got to do what you think is right? So if you align more with the Republican agenda, cool. Like I got a partner, like I do post stuff. I'm like, I'm about to curse this mofo out, and then I'm like, yo, but you know him. Like you spend time with this dude every Sunday. Like politics aside, yo, he's a good dude. You know what I mean? He's been your man for damn near 20 years. So you also had to believe what you say, right? And so to talk to him about certain things is kind of pointless, right? He doesn't believe, right or wrong, that it can get as bad as I would say it could get for me, right? And I can't blame him for that. But for me personally, I can't not act and then be like, I don't have the luxury of thinking that it's not potentially as spooky as I believe it is.
So
Is that simple? Go ahead, Q. Sorry.
I was just gonna add my 2 cents, just to kind of answer your question, and kind of bounce off of she. Like, for me, I've always been a registered independent. I've never believed in and will never believe in two-party politics. It's a failure. It always has been. It will never work. It can't work. And we've seen that. This is not a democracy. But I also vote policy. I don't care about whose side you're on. If I agree, I'm gonna go with my vote there. If I disagree, I'm not. You know what I mean? It was saying all that though. It depends. Like, for me, knowing kind of the inner workings of the political landscape and how those things go, it depends on where you live. Where if you don't vote, that's a vote. Living in Maryland, that's not necessarily the case. Maryland is going to go to the Democrats. It always has, always will, unless something crazy happens. I'm not even sure.
This assassination attempt might be something crazy. Okay.
Because it's not about the.
Good point.
It's not about the popular vote. It's about the delegates. The delegates have always gone towards the Democratic side, and I think that was even true with Bush's second term, which was, everybody was going nuts to make sure that we felt safe with Bush. But I think Maryland still went to the other side. Maryland has always been a blue state. There's not a blue state. It's never been purple. It's never even been close to red. You know what I mean? It's always consistently been what it is. And voter turnout has never really mattered in that regard either, which is strange, but it didn't really matter which way the popular vote went. It still always went to the blue side, which was always weird to me, but it is what it is.
I noticed that part.
And I think, oh, my bad.
I'm just saying there's certain places where it matters more just based on what I've seen as far as the political map is concerned.
I feel that. Yeah, I'm arguably in the wrong place for how I feel, but that's the story of another day. As far as the assassination attempt, I feel the same way I do about that as I do the rest of this thing. Everybody's mind is made up. Like, people,
voters.
Like my mom shocked the hell out of me. She's like, it wasn't real. Like, you know what I mean? And I, like, coming from her, that just shocked me. But I think like the justification for it having been real, like saying, somebody lost their life, that, that's just a casualty of war. Like, to act like that doesn't happen close to 2,000 times per year at the hands of law enforcement is kind of wild.
What I want to say with that though is
that's a real comparison, bro.
I was disappointed in the lack of people screaming crisis actor in this situation, because every time a school is shot up or whatever, crisis actors. But this happens, somebody dies, and everybody's like, oh my God, it's the worst thing ever. No crisis actor thing. Like, not saying that crisis actors are real or not. It's just that the weight of
it doesn't fit the narrative. It doesn't fit the narrative. And that to me is like that piece drives me crazy. Like,
Right.
Alex, you remember, like, when I was in Chicago last year, Cayman School had a lockdown because somebody was in the bathroom, and apparently played like a gun sound on their phone, like listening to a video, and somebody reported it to the school. So I'm in Chicago. I get a text on my phone like, the school is in lockdown, all the children are safe, and I'm like. Like, I couldn't even get mad or nervous or anything. I'm like, I'm so far away. I call Alina, and her mom and like, they get there. Luckily, it was much ado about nothing. Again, it was a kid with a phone, right? But my point in all of that is, it to me, it felt very real at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? There was not a single thought of a potential crisis act. You know what I mean? And again, so, somebody lost their life. People lose their lives all the time. People lose their lives all the time. And to act like there's not casualties of war is crazy to me. And again, there's a hell of a picture that came out of that whole ordeal. There's one hell of a photograph that came out of that whole ordeal.
Yeah.
Content.
And to me, it's like,
I remember being in basic training, which you don't do after gunshots is stand up, bro. That's what you don't do.
And he's fighting his security, bro, to throw up the Black Power fist. But it's like, it's to me. So I talked to some of my homies about it too, and I be talking to them about what's happening with the when I'm going to court, the whole when they was all live talking to the Secret Service and stuff. And they're like, man, I don't care. They just be like, I don't care, he did it or didn't do it. I'm like, but Joe, this is what he's using to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm for them trying to figure out what happened with this assassination attempt. You know what I'm saying? Like, figure it out, because he's using this. This is his fire. He's a hero.
I don't want anybody to lose their life, to be clear, right? I'm not asking for anybody to come up missing on some phony shit. Yeah, so I feel you.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Gonna be interesting here. The combination of that assassination attempt and the Kamala becoming the candidate, the risk of a black woman becoming the leader of the United States, I feel like that might activate some people who didn't care about voting to work against that. But I don't know on which side of the fence. I don't know.
Here's what I think needs to be a larger part of this conversation when it comes to Kamala. As much as I don't really support her, as much as a lot of people don't really support her, she's raised more money than fucking God, like wherever she goes, and very fast. Like, she's just constantly just raising bread, which wins elections, honestly.
Bread and registering voters, yes.
Definitely is, man.
Registering voters, yeah.
But like,
that's how you win the election.
Momentum that she has created is doing something in her favor, and he is fucking himself. And the more he makes public appearances, the worse he makes himself look. And Damon, you took my word wrong in me saying he's never not an idiot. It means he's absolutely always an idiot. That's what I meant when I said that.
I get that, but 85% of the people are idiots to politics. We want to see the cut and dry. I want to see what offended me, and that's gonna work.
He's not winning any new voters with what he's been doing recently. He's been losing them. You can look at the Stormfront and the whatever.orgs and all this other shit, and like actively see people saying, I can't get behind you.
I know how to go to the space, but I just can't get mine. I know how to go some space, but I just can't get my eye on how to draw.
Yo, can you mute?
You know I can't draw.
Yo,
what happened?
Can you mute? Thank you, bro.
Yeah. So, but like, wait, what did you just say? What was the last thing you said?
I think Q was finishing up. It was probably Lawson.
Yeah, Q was finishing up
I
there
do it all the time.
Dang.
So.
No, but that's what I mean. So why would you give somebody who doesn't have an agenda, like an idiot, like you say, why would you give him content? Because it makes the fact that he said he didn't know she was black until a couple of years ago, that's a joke. That's comedy.
But the thing is,
But hold on real quick though. Hold on, because he asked old girl, well, what's the definition of it then? She should have answered that. Because we're gonna get down to this black character check mark. We're gonna get down to this black checking the mark. Okay, you black, white, or whatever. She should have challenged the question instead of trying to stoop to his level. Because you invite an idiot. I just did the song. You don't know who's who from a distance. Who's the fool? You sitting there arguing with him.
But
don't invite him.
I'm not sure what your point is, but he's not winning anybody over with what he's doing. She's not losing anybody by doing what she's doing.
My point is, you don't know that for real though. That's my point. You have to gamble every day. This content just came out yesterday. So what you're saying can apply to today, but yesterday's prices, tomorrow's inflation. So this is content. This is all I'm saying.
Are you saying that you're on the fence? Because I'm not hearing what do you think is happening with, he's not winning anybody. He's not winning any new votes off that.
Like I said, the Juneteenth, I don't know, Tobias, you in Chicago, Juneteenth celebration over here out west was interrupted by black Trumpers at the fucking stop sign.
They were already base. The way he anybody with an ounce of intelligence will be turned off by the way he approached it. Now, if you were
you're thinking that from Maryland, who is a blue state. You just said it yourself. You're comfortable in your blueness. I'm saying in places, in hostile environments like Chicago, there's long-standing black activists that's saying, I kind of like dude now. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? So he is transforming people.
They're already there. They just needed an excuse to voice it.
They were already there in thought in between elections. Now they're there in voting action. This is a voting year. That's why all this shit is highlighted. Yeah, it's good to feel that way 2 or 3 years ago in between voting, but now they didn't feel that way when they got Biden in office. But now this time around, it's crunch time, baby. If I can get you to think any way toward my way, you gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
So is the problem that they're vocalizing that now, and that maybe they may have influence on others who may decide to step up and follow their influence?
Yes, like I meant to say, and I know what you were saying, he's never not an idiot. And you do have to dumb yourself down to breathe in the presence of this room. And I'm going to say black in front of this whole room. He said black. He's going to have to attack the black voters. And the fact that Kamala is a black person, probably not ethnic, whatever, her father, not whatever it is, but she gets to be black because it is a check mark. You can't be black. They should have been talking about that. All I'm saying is when I'm recognizing what's flashed across the TV and on the front of the paper, that shit is clickbait, and clickbait fucking works.
That's why you have to be careful, because the reality is to really make it simple, it's a haves and haves not thing, right? It's just when you're able, what's a very easy and quick pointed division, right? Black and white. Right? They're taking black jobs.
Works every time.
I gotta be honest, I don't feel like my job is in jeopardy, dog, especially not from somebody coming across the border. First off, you gotta get I-9 verification to work at my company. If you don't got documentation, it ain't gonna happen. My job's not in jeopardy for that reason. And I'm being a bit facetious, but that talking point will work on some people, but it's not even true.
I'm bursting to say
and
this.
Again,
he answered the question correctly. I'm bursting to say he answered now you didn't let him answer the question correctly. We could have just played with let that title be okay. He calling it black jobs and people run. He said any job that a black person has. God damn it, Trump. You're right. That's a good.
But that's not it. He said it's all jobs. He said it's all jobs.
He said all jobs that black people have.
What exactly is a black job, sir?
A black job is anybody that has a job. That's what it is. Anybody that has a job.
All right.
I'm gonna say this, and at the risk of sounding like an extreme egotistical asshole, but I think conversation has transcended race, and we've gone to intellect versus lack of.
Woo!
Like you have to be able to shut off certain parts of your brain to even accept any of the shit that comes out of his mouth as making sense.
There you go. I like that.
But that's why I was saying, cute. Like
I like
again,
that.
it's not a white or black thing. It's not like there are people around the corner from me right now. I would bet any amount of money are voting for Trump.
And either they're extremely wealthy or they're extremely unintelligent.
Damn.
And it would be the latter. I don't mean that to be disparaging. It's just we have allowed through the course of time, we have allowed the narrative to slowly but surely become us versus them, right? A black or white thing, right? And your plight is the same as mine. At the end of the day, your plight is the same as mine. If we stopped and really talked about it, you want the same things for your home that I want for mine. But we can't get to that point, because then the rest of this thing starts to crumble, right? So yeah, I have to have you thinking, hell,
but y'all just called sister idiot. Y'all just called one of my oldest cousin an idiot. I'm just saying, not that y'all called him personally. I'm not taking it personally. This is a joke. But my point is, pointing that finger, you have offended 4 black people that I know, and one white lady, just by calling them an idiot. I'm just saying. I'm not. You don't have no apology. I'm just saying. That's what the verbiage. It brings up where you fire off at the other side.
True, yeah, no doubt. But so, and here's what I'm saying is the way Trump speaks, he does exactly what I did in that moment. And he does it from a political stage. And he wins. He doesn't necessarily win anybody new over. People that were already like, I like the way he speaks, they were going that way anyway. They were already, he just needed that excuse to be like, oh, this is the thing. This is the thing that gets me there. They were already there. Either they were or sit back and do nothing.
That's hot shit though. Because it hit She's radar. I wasn't gonna bring it up. I saw it earlier. It just scrolled past me, but it hit She's radar on Twitter. So like it hit.
It of course it's gonna hit. I mean, it's supposed to hit. I said this an hour ago. Most people's minds are made up. None of this stuff really matters at this point. So as far as I'm concerned, we should just get this shit over with tomorrow, right?
I don't
and
think
then I can figure out if I'm
up.
saying. I don't think
so.
Do.
I think that's where y'all kind of get.
I do.
Back
I was watching the news report.
I don't think
with somebody who had a group of people to get on stage who had not had their minds made up. There's 11 people in the news report, and at the end of the news report, after them showing a couple of Trump clips, 2 people who chose to vote Trump by the end of that.
Get out of here.
If I can find it in my history, I'll send you
what? See, look at that.
And let me make sure I'm not
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that.
Have any of you changed your mind? 11 of you were undecided. Any of those 11 made a decision based on this speech, or is it still the same?
I think I'm more decided.
And what have you decided?
I've decided that I will support Trump.
Anyone else make a decision yet?
I have. I've made a decision to support him.
So 2 of our 11, anyone else? The 2 of you?
Trump.
So 4 of our 11. You gonna watch Biden in 5 weeks?
Oh yes.
Give us
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't doubt that, but that is not the point. Nothing that he is doing right now. Oh, this must be a boy.
Wow, that's an excellent little survey right there.
Looking image right there with the fan behind
it.
It
is.
It looks kind of crazy, yo.
All right.
So
helicopter head. That's a dope cover though, right? That's like some superhero stuff.
You're a helicopter, yo.
Mm-hmm. He's the transformer.
Transformer. Nah, but having those people on stage that's what I mean. You're gonna get something. You're gonna get something.
Oh yeah, thank you. It doesn't negate what I said. People who were seemingly on the line, not sure which direction they were going, they were pretty much already decided where they were going. This wasn't new. This was just like, oh, I'm going to use this for this. Did they ask these people like actual questions about politics, about why they were going with what they were going, like what they were thinking beforehand? Like, these things matter. Like, how did they speak? Like, these things matter. They don't necessarily do that. They don't give a before and then an after. Like, were you undecided when you came in? Yes, and it stops there. But what are you thinking right now before we even get to this panel before this panel is over? Like, what are you thinking? Why are you undecided? What are you looking for? What are you?
I promise you, it don't matter
about the black jobs being taken. Like, they probably already that anyway, or like there's something that's already in place for them to want to go that way. Because as a person that actually thinks,
black job, that is hilarious.
Yeah, black job, like, and he can't even answer that question.
I thought he answered the question, but I thought I must have heard him wrong, because it sounded like he said every nigga they got a job. I'm like, oh, that's me, and it made sense. I don't know. I heard it different. My bad. I heard it different.
You could tell by his body language that fool was backpedaling when he was trying to, he was like, "Oh fuck, I stepped on my dick again."
Constantly stepping on it. That's what's beautiful. That's why I like watching it.
But again, it doesn't matter, yo. It does not matter, yo. If you're on his team,
right?
And and I think to go on from too, like what Q was saying is like, I think people, I think people like need, like you're saying, that like their minds are already made up, but they're like almost afraid to just say that their mind is already made up on something.
Yeah.
Just looking for that reason to, oh well, I'm gonna fall back on this. Like this happened. This is why. Instead of like, oh, that's just how I feel. That's just who I am, or you know what I mean? It's like
that's very true.
To appease whoever's in the room and whoever's in the conversation, or you know what I mean? Like,
Bobby, you right. I was talking to my cousin for about 2 weeks. Not out of the blue. I'm like, so what's going on, cuz? You just keep on calling, telling me how bad Biden is? No, I'm just saying though, dude, this, not the other. Shit, I kind of like him. I said, well, then say it. Don't keep calling me every other day trying to give me these. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
motherfuckers that think Biden is
dead. But that means
like,
Trump's recruitment engine is working.
Exactly. But Shaw, I was like, well, just go ahead and say it. Who you voting for? But I ain't gonna say that. No, I say, well, say it. I'm okay. I'd rather you say it instead of trying to get me to go along with you. Because like you were saying, it's how those two gonna turn into 6, 4, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna start, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, just claim what you're gonna claim and stop trying to get other people going there.
We did get surprised and upset before. So.
Let me see if I can give an example that might put in perspective what I'm trying to say. Let's say we're a bunch of dudes, we go out to a party and one of us ends up cheating that night. We don't cheat by accident. It was already in the back of our head. We were already unhappy.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Take me out of this equation. Take me out of this.
I'm going to give you an even better comparison. Cool G Rap is the best verse on the symphony. I stand on that. It's not changing your mind. It's not changing your mind. I stand on that. I've been on that.
I might change.
It's not changing your mind.
I think
it's not changing your mind. Well, you probably went back and did some research.
Do y'all see what I'm saying though?
I absolutely see what you're saying. Again, I said it 2 hours ago.
I'm not walking around here thinking I'm gonna cheat. I don't think cheating.
But what Q saying is it's already in you.
You hear what I was saying? Saying this, you didn't hear what I was saying.
I don't know.
Yeah, what he's saying is it's already in you. If you cheat, you already the type of person who's going to cheat anyway. But the person who's not going to cheat is the type of person who is never going to cheat.
I don't know. You cheat is I don't know. That's different. I don't know. That's different for me. I get it. I get what you're saying though. I get it. I don't think you do. Yeah, you're right. I don't. I'm just trying to move this shit along and shit, man. Come on.
That's real.
Yeah. Because that's one of the things I'll be telling my son. Like, okay, you got a girlfriend, but really this is like your first girlfriend. Like she should be your friend, and you have girlfriends, like other girls. Like he shouldn't just be wrapped around with just one girl. They're your first girlfriend. Like, damn. Like by the time I was his age, you had girlfriends, like that were actual friends that you tried dating that didn't work, that became your friends. He's not giving himself that advantage. So I don't know.
What if this the one?
But you can argue that he's doing it the right way.
Yeah, what if this the one, man?
But if he's sitting at home waiting to cheat, like he's saying, it's in his head to cheat, and then he go out. I don't know. But I don't do situations make you a cheater sometimes. Like I don't know.
But it's still in you. It's still already in you. That there's something may happen to bring it out of you, but it's in you, right? It's in. If we're gonna be honest, it's in most of us. Right? You make a conscious effort every day to love your spouse or significant other. Then through that, and based on the parameters of your relationship, you either hold true or you don't. But it's in all of us.
Right.
Very. So
all of us.
To the point, again, if you're just looking for the thing to make you say, aha, I knew it was him, cool. But just own that. Right? But I don't really see, because you decide to do it, that doesn't mean I got to go do it, and then everybody else that's with us at that point in time has to go do it.
Right. Shit, your girl gonna be like, all y'all cheated because y'all helped cover it up. Why y'all go out with him? Y'all knew he was gonna cheat.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna come on, but let me tell you what this fool did tonight. Hey, that ain't my house. Shit.
Now I can't hang out with y'all because now we go out with Q and them. You cheat. See how y'all get by association?
855 gotta be straight.
All y'all cheaters that night, not just your homeboy. Don't leave them out there on that flagship. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have stopped him.
That ain't gonna change.
That man grown. That man grown.
Nah, you gotta stop that. You gotta stop that. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Do what you doing.
Man,
you know
I give no advice, no recommendations, no suggestions, man. Every man it's his own universe, his own God.
You're gonna do what you're gonna do, yo. You're gonna do what you're gonna do.
I just distance myself.
I was about to say, how we get down might change from there, but
you're gonna be guilty by association. I got dudes I can't hang out with today because of that shit.
I'm coming home, yo, because I don't even want to have to acknowledge what might have happened. I left. I was Ghostface. I don't know what they did after I left. When I left, they was all at the table drinking Arnold Palmers. I don't know what happened after I left.
Well, on this episode,
right?
Kicking in the Ballistics. I gotta bounce. Got some shit to take care of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man.
So I enjoy our conversations, man. I really do.
Yeah, it was
always, man, for sure.
I will spend some time and go through and track out that Serve 'em Up Saturday and get it into the box.
So are we going with Chuck Frump?
Yes.
Oh no.
Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir.
I was almost a day late, but I had $1 to spare, so I figured I'd bless your ears and sync with the kick and snare, or maybe play with the rhythm to challenge the status quo. But I'm choosing to keep it simple, to chat with the average Joe. If you think that's my ego speaking, revisit how you perceive it. It's more than how it's delivered, it's also how you receive it. I'm lathered and rinsed, so I'm about to move from the soapbox. Like I'm always on it, as long as I breathe, that won't stop. As long as there's people pushing agendas against my interests, or claiming Elon's a genius while Donald's ducking a sentence, or I'm still having to battle with blackness being a problem, and y'all are rooting for the dummy pretending somebody shot him. If it's unclear, I don't rock with the right, plus I'm an independent thinker without a dog in the fight. But I'll be damned if I'ma sit back and risk the loss of my rights, so I'm left with with the choice that's making races unite. So basically nothing's changed.
First of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner. First place. You don't even say hello, how are you?
Come in where you rest at, surrender.
You don't even say hello, how are you?
Come in where you rest at,
how are you?
This is not a game, it's not a test. I listen to him speak and hear every word. Soundbite excites the far right on the quest, and for me, the second guess viewed as overreaction.
But wait, we ain't come here for poli-sci. Don't be like the guy with the bean pie and bow tie besides. Based on what I see on the TV, he pardoned Kodak Black. That's good enough for me.
Good enough, whatever case. Time and place, importance of the race. Amazing grace, a disgrace. How they play in our face. Outrage, first react when the video is played, but won't change, cause as a people can't get on the same page. Free speech ain't free. When you come to your senses, you can say what you want, but not without consequences. Based on this verse, you get a sense for where I'm standing at. Don't like what I say, I wish you luck in getting over that.
Say, you know what I say that? When we have a protester inside, which isn't even very often, I say be very gentle, please don't hurt him. We had a case where we had an African-American guy who was a fan of mine. Great fan, great guy. In fact, I want to find out what's going on with him. You know what look at my African-American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay.
It's my form of communication. It's okay. Hip hop, do something else. That's cheese. Hip hop, cheese is good on pizza. Hip hop is my form of communication.